Alright, today's topic: what it means to be an artist in a world where everybody wants to become one. I recently watched an anime called Blue Lock, the football one, and it kind of opened my eyes a little. The fact that this whole system in its entirety it's built upon competition, making every field, even computer science or even becoming a doctor, kind of a competitive field, even if it's less harsher or less stricter. But in a creative field, you really are between competition. You're in a competition between multiple artists applying to several jobs. You're competing against people who are posting on social media. Do you think the algorithm just takes favors? No, it posts the person who's creating videos to take the most attention out of people, the best attention rates, retention rates, the one who's the most sparkly, right? And every now and then you get these people who just talk about life and they win the lottery, and once they have an audience, they can make a life out of it. But then you ask yourself, what is it about the ego of an artist? Just to boast themselves up, tell them that they're better than anybody else, just render and draw perfect, having the best technical skill, being creative, the most creative. I think it's about boldness. Being bold in this world is not even a skill, it's a requirement. If you aren't bold in today's age, nobody will give you the attention you desire, especially not on the internet. But then I ask myself, how can I have this ego the anime is depicting and be humble at the same time? It's really a difficult dynamic. I think it's called confidence, right? More than being an egomaniac. It's more like on a spectrum and not a white and black response. It's not a yes or no. It's more like how much of an egomaniac you are. Yeah, when I don't listen to music while talking, I'm getting anxious. I don't want to be anxious while talking. I want to be free. I want to feel like I'm doing this on a whim without a script, of course. I don't want to script these. The more I script, the less authentic it becomes, the output I'm giving to you guys. Also a little scared because people in this household are still awake and they can potentially listen to the things I'm telling you. Anyways, I want to talk more about this ego thing. I think it's either a balance or my naivete that hasn't seen it yet, that be great, you have to be an actual arrogant, egotistical monster who just wants everything, be greedy as well, and desire everything you wish, every dream you have to be like Griffith. I don't know if that's the right approach, or find a balance and confidence and humbleness, but without being actually destructive to other people. For example, in one scene in Blue Lock, there was this Isagi Yoji main character who just won against a guy called Nico, and he felt satisfaction destroying this guy's dreams. And that was really odd to me, because this Nico guy could have been anybody, and is it just a kill or be killed world? It's like what Flowey said, it's just this mentality, I don't get it. Why can't everybody just try and succeed in making their dreams become a reality? Do we all have to have the Griffith mentality to succeed? I don't want to do that. Also, I don't want to be a wimp and just let people walk all over me. That's not what it's about. Also, I have to get over the fear of being judged, because whenever I give my opinion to deeper topics, I wouldn't say deep, but emotional, more vulnerable topics, I get really anxious. Because in the family I've been raised, being emotionally vulnerable isn't really the thing. The moment you mention certain topics that could be vulnerable, people just deflect, and want to change topic. And I wasn't like that ever since I was a kid. I wanted to always dig deeper, and I wouldn't know how far you could take this attitude, of this ego attitude as an artist, to make it out, to fulfill your dreams and become successful. So to sum it up, how far could you actually take it without losing your mind, right? Without seeing everybody just as a target or a number. How far would you take it and then just become a soulless corporation that sees everybody just as a consumer? Because as an artist, to make it, you also have to be a businessman, an advertiser, a charming person who knows how to speak, how to sell their product, their art. Because art at the end is a product. If you want to sell it, or if you want to do commissions, you have to be charming, attractive, not as an individual, but as a creator. And well, my solution to this would be to do it either way, even without any shackles. Do it for the point of it. Do it because it's fun and you aspire to create something great. Go beyond what everybody just wants you to be. Be successful, right? Everybody just wants you to be either successful or give it up because you couldn't become a great artist. Parents usually either go the extreme way or the other way. They support you full but expect success, or they just tell you to forget it because you wouldn't make it. They wouldn't believe in you. It's mostly one or the other. Oh hell nah. Gotta fly. Killed that bastard. I actually caught it to a second time. The first time I caught it, I let it out living, or let it free, and the second time I killed it. It's like these little midgets, or I think they're called midgets. They're like the little version of mosquitoes, whatever. What I want to say is you have to detach yourself completely of any expectations while creating your art. Do it for its sake. Create for the purpose of art. Don't create for people to see, because if you do that and you don't succeed and aren't seen, you will slowly lose that flame, that fire within you to continue and create. Well, that's today's tangent, to be honest. I don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to ego, because if I'm really honest, I didn't even want to put out anything about myself as a person, but that didn't work. Just my art style enough isn't gonna make it, even though technically I'm pretty good at drawing. Whatever, you could debate that. But at the end, I just have to put out my character, my personality, my voice, what I think about. I really want to connect to you guys as a human being, as an artist, as a creator, art creator, of course. I always hope to be more like Toby Fox, to be honest. Be this unknown individual who just pumps out content after content and just is seen to his audience, but that never happened to me. And I don't even think I could do that, just stay anonymous. That's why I do these talks, to be honest. Maybe some of you will relate, maybe some of you won't, who knows. I just want to strike up conversation at this point. And just put out the topics I think while drawing. So I don't at least waste my time, I guess, or use it efficiently. And also train my speaking skill. You know, you should know that I'm not native English speaker, so might as well work on my pronunciation and my speech, improve it. That's what I'm doing right now, hopefully, as I continue. And my last thing I want to say is just don't let it get to your head. Find your passion, find the flame within your heart, and polish it as fine and as strongly as possible. Don't attach yourself to any achievements. I mean, the fact that you're doing it for years is the achievement itself. The effort is the achievement, not the success. Success can come and go. That doesn't really matter, to be honest, because nowadays even people who can't draw see financial achievement. So what's the point? Even, oh my god, come on guys, even AI generated images are in museums, are in like art contests, and they win. That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard, ever seen, ever experienced in my lifetime. So zero effort and zero skill can be congratulated, can be also not to be. Alright, for a second I will just be ego chimpachi on your asses because if you really wanna be insanely special amongst these people, you have to destroy all distraction. Like he said in the anime, I think he said it as well, that you have to get rid of distractions, and everybody just ignores their primal instinct to survive and succeed with the ambition they have by watching TV all day, watching TikTok all day, watching Instagram all day, shorts. And people just soothe their needs just enough so they don't have to be actually ambitious. If you want to be really great, and if you really want to just succeed as hard as you can, just like what I'm trying. Wake up, eat, draw, repeat. Wake up, eat, draw, repeat, sleep. The whole time your life has to just be about the dream manga you want to create, about the dream project you want to create. You can throw socializing out the window. Mostly, you can throw. It's not even healthy, but to be exceptional, to be like artistically insanely great, and I mean it not just as like a technical skill, not your rendering or your sketching. These things have to already been learned before the next step arrives, or the next step I'm gonna tell you is to rip your ass apart. You have to rip your ass apart and rip the competition, if you see it that way. If you wanna go like the Ego Jinpachi road as an artist. But that's a sacrifice. The sacrifice every sportsman, every star made. Even if they were lucky, I would say, because some people who put maybe the same effort weren't as lucky because they weren't seen. Regardless, they put in the effort, and not everybody can be number one, but at least you will know that you gave it your all. And if you experience a shitty life, and if stuff just roll over you and just hurt you and make you feel like, or like hurdles who constantly don't stop, these are the times where you get really desperate, and in that despair, even if it sounds like really anime-esque, as like I'm talking like, oh, I'm Erwin or whatever, a motivational speaker, you have to find the ember, you have to find this spark, hold it, and it's just the perfect opportunity to derive unique, personal, and connecting inspiration for your work that only you experience, the very scenario I would say, but the emotion that comes with it is what connects it to everybody, and that's where you become one of the greats in the art. This connection, it's really about connection and how deep the connection goes. Because aren't you just aware how you can write the saddest scene and the most traumatic movie plot, but if it isn't personal, people feel it. It's a sixth sense. People feel that. That's why even the suffering you experience are worth something. Anyways, even low effort can be seen as an achievement to the public eye, because the public eye is really, to be honest, stupid. They're like little brained individuals who just want to see the shiny thing all the time, want to watch TikTok the whole day, and don't give a shit about art or whatever, don't give a shit about well-written manga. How many people do you think even understood Monster from Urasawa, for example? None. Most people just watch it just to finish it, watch it just to talk about, just to be part of the community that's deriving off these contents, for example. Most people don't even care about nuance and integrity, about depth. Nobody cares. Most people don't care, and those who care, I appreciate these people that they still exist. And that's it. Just give it your best, put in the effort, try to survive in this freaked up system. And yeah, that's it for today. I hear you tomorrow. Don't forget to read Motus. Really important. Link in description or a link in my bio. Even right now, I tried to put the link in the description, but YouTube just wanted to have my age verified through a picture. Like, what the hell is happening? What in the big brother is happening in today's age, guys? So go to my profile, there's the link tree, and just read Motus if you want to read it. Read Black Cap if you want to read it. Black Cap is, to be honest, more like Goodnight Pumpun, Inoue Asano's works. It just goes into that direction, psychological thriller, and the topic of loneliness and artificial intelligence as an emotional crutch. And Motus is more like a battle shonen psychological. You could think of it as like Evangelion, for example. Anyway, see you guys on the next one.